Namaste and konnichiwa, as we say in Japanese. A very warm good evening, and I think it is perhaps in fitness of things that even Lord Almighty has showered all His bounties on us by these wonderful showers. In fact, when we started this Indo-Japan Photo Fest, it was just about on the knocks of the cyclone having gone further. Nitinbhai, 16-17 આપણો cyclone હતો અને 17-18 પણ અમે નસીબદાર કે ફોટોગ્રાફી વર્કશોપ્સ, અમારી કોન્ટેસ્ટ, અમારું 23મીનું ભવ્ય જાપાન કલ્ચરલ સેન્ટરનું ઉદ્ઘાટનનું ફંક્શન વિથ ધી એક્ઝિબિશન ઇનોગ્રેશન અને છેલ્લે ઈશ્વરની કૃપા ગણો, આશીર્વાદ ગણો, આજે વરસાદ. તો આપ સૌનું સ્વાગત કરીએ છીએ અને as we always like to do, we will start with playing this lovely little melodious Kem Che Konnichiwa and request all of you, you don't need to stand up, but wherever you are sitting, just enjoy and sing. This is exactly 1 minute and 45 seconds, please. Gujarat, Swagatam Gujarat ma, Yokoso Gujarat, Swagatam Gujarat ma, Yokoso Gujarat, Swagatam Gujarat ma, Avjo Sayonara, Avjo Sayonara, Avjo Sayonara. Thank you very much. And after this welcome song, to welcome you, may I request the President of the Ahmedabad Management Association and also the Vice President of the Indo-Japan Friendship Association, Shri Diveshbhai Radia, to please come and say a few words.
Namaste, good evening, and konbawa, as they say in Japanese. Our chief guest, Shri Nitinbhai Patel, our former Deputy CM of Gujarat. Mr. Manabu Yamazaki, who is the President and CEO of Canon India. Sakiyama-san, who is the President of the Japanese Association in Gujarat. Our renowned photographer, as well as our jury member, Mr. Tejaspai Soni, he's very much here. Other members of the Canon family, I will say the names very quickly, Mr. Dinkar Iyer, Mr. Lokesh, Mr. Amit Kumar, Mr. Pragnesh Shah, Mr. Raj Tiwari, Ajay Saxena, Ms. Reshmi Rema, all from the Canon family, my friends Mukesh Bhai, Yatindra Bhai, and acknowledging the presence of Mrugesh Bhai and Paruben from the Jai Krishna family, our very old sponsors here, and invited guests, ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of the Ahmedabad Management Association and the Indo-Japan Friendship Association, I cordially welcome you all on this special occasion. I'll say special because it commemorates the second anniversary of the Zen Kaizen at AMA, and also the Indo-Japan Photo Festival. I said a special occasion, but it's also a memorable occasion because of the all activities at AMA pertaining to the Indo-Japan friendship. It all started in 2009, when AMA and IJFA started holding the Japanese festivals each year, and we had the 11th festival back in January, and then followed by the Center for Promoting, the Japanese languages in 2013, and then in 2015 we set up the Indo-Japan Study Center upstairs, very much here, and then 2017 we had the first delegation to Japan, then 2019 the second delegation, which were represented by 2 times and 3 times the delegates from Japan. So a lot of activities, and other activities also you will see in another visual after some time. And then in 2021, the Zen Garden and the Kaizen Academy was inaugurated by none other than our Honorable Prime Minister Shri Nitinbhai Modi, this very day, 27 June 2021. And just last Friday, on 23rd, the Japan Cultural Center was also inaugurated by Dr. Fukahori-san, who is the Consul General of Japan in Mumbai. So lots of events happening, and at the same time, the exhibition of the photographs of the participants of the Photo Fest was also inaugurated on Friday. So a lot of things happening, and I mentioned the second anniversary, and the past 2 years have seen a lot of more than 10,000 visitors to our Zen Kaizen, and also so many dignitaries that include business leaders, ambassadors, representatives. Even our External Affairs Minister, Shri Jaishankar, also visited a few months ago. I'm indeed thankful to Mr. Manabu Yamazaki and the entire Canon team for supporting the Indo-Japan Photo Fest, the photographic competition. And we also held photography workshops, on 17th of this month, where in the morning we had a session by Mr. Saurabh Desai, and in the afternoon a session by Ms. Aishwarya. They're both renowned photographers. So these were these events. And the theme for the Indo-Japan Photo Fest is the Zen Kaizen at AMA, along with the AMA premises. So we had more than 50 participants, and 40 participants, and we had exhibited 54 photographs you must have seen in the exhibition, and today is the big day where the prizes will be distributed. So I don't want to take much of your time. Once again, I thank all of you for gracing this occasion, and I'll request Mukesh Bhai, to carry on further the felicitations of our guests. Thank you all.
Thank you, Divyesh Bhai, and as I would say, arigato gozaimasu. As you rightly mentioned, today is a very special day. Except for cutting the cake, the joy and the fervor that we are all experiencing is the same. Zen Kaizen at AMA, as we call it, is a showcase of Japanese art, culture, landscape and architecture. And we are very proud of that. And you all, friends, I see so many of you who participated in this contest, in the workshops also. You really made this possible with this exhibition. And we are very happy to have a very distinguished galaxy of guests. हमारे જ્યારે આ એક પસંદગી કરવાની હતી, Yamazaki-san, when we thought of this, of course, you had to be there because you're part of Canon, and Canon has supported us in this event. But as far as the anniversary is concerned, અમે બીજા કોઈનો વિચાર કરી ના શકીએ, પણ અમારા પરમ સ્નેહી અને મુરબ્બી કહીએ, આત્મીયજન કહીએ એવા ગુજરાત રાજ્યના આપણા પૂર્વ નાયબ મુખ્યમંત્રી શ્રી નીતિનભાઈ પટેલ. અને મિત્રો, આજે મારે એમને આપણે સૌ એક ફરીથી બીજો મોટો તાળીઓનો ગડગડાટ એટલે આપીશું કે હજી ગયા અઠવાડિયે જ એમણે એમની 60મી વર્ષગાંઠ ઉજવી. 68. પણ તમે હું 60મી એટલે બોલ્યો, મારે તમને કરેક્ટ કરાવતા, કારણ કે તમે યુ લુક સો યંગ. બાકી નીતિનભાઈને હું અમારો એકબીજા સાથેનો નાતો ને દોસ્તી મુકેશભાઈ નવનિર્માણના સમયથી, કારણ કે વી આર ઓલમોસ્ટ નીતિનભાઈ 55, 54. અમે જે સાથે આત્મીય ક્ષણો માણી છે જપાન જઈને, એની પણ વાત કદાચ નીતિનભાઈ કરશે, ક્યાંક મને અવસર મળશે તો હું કરીશ. પણ મિત્રો, નીતિનભાઈ હસતા હસતા હંમેશા he tells, as he told you, Sakiyama-san, that in Gujarat the largest number of Japanese companies are in his constituency's pocket. Because he hails from North Gujarat, and the majority of the Japanese companies, including Maruti Suzuki and all of them, they all, in fact, Manabu-san, he was asking me as we were coming in, when is Canon India setting up its plant in Gujarat? So I said, you better ask Manabu-san. So he still has, the development of Gujarat in his heart. And I'm sure you both will enjoy when your turn comes to talk. But for this moment, I would request Shri Divyeshbhai Radia to please present flowers to Shri Nitinbhai as our chief guest, and also for having celebrated his 68th birthday just last week. મિત્રો, આજે આપણી સાથે આપણા પૂર્વ મેયર બીજલબેન પટેલ, કારણ કે નીતિનભાઈની જ્યારે હું વાત કરું ત્યારે જે યોગો અને ગુજરાતની પાર્ટનરશિપ, જે આજે આ ઝેન કાઇઝેનનું ગાર્ડન આપણા વડાપ્રધાન, માનનીય વડાપ્રધાને તો એનું ઉદ્ઘાટન કર્યું, પણ એનો પાયો જો એમ કહીએ તો અમે જે 2016માં આ એગ્રીમેન્ટ થયા પછી 17માં વી વેન્ટ ટુ જાપાન in April 2017. You saw the pictures with the sakura backdrop in the Hyogo house. That's when our first delegation went. And after which, when Hyogo and Kobe were to celebrate its 150 years, at that time, Shri Nitinbhai, and the best part of it was we had a wonderful trip accompanying him because it was a very small group. પણ નીતિનભાઈની સાથે આવ્યા એમના જીવન સંગીની સુલોચનાબેન અત્રે ઉપસ્થિત છે, અને હું વિનંતી કરીશ પારુબેનને કે સુલોચનાબેનને ફૂલો અને શાલથી નવાજે. સુલોચનાબેન, અમને આજે આ એક ચાન્સ આપો, કારણ કે જાપાન સાથે તમે પણ એવી જ આત્મીયતા અમારી સાથે એક અઠવાડિયું રહીને ગાળી. Paruben, please welcome, and let's give a round of applause to Sulochana Ben for always supporting us in whatever programs. અહીંયા આગળ જ્યારે પણ બેનને યાદ કરીએ તમે આવો છો બેન, અમને ખૂબ આનંદ છે. થેન્ક યુ વેરી મચ. મિત્રો, બીજલબેન અનફોર્ચ્યુનેટલી એમના મોટા સિસ્ટર, she She was about to, આજે મારે બપોરે જ વાત થઈ અને કે મુકેશભાઈ હું આવું છું અને જસ્ટ અબાઉટ ધ ટાઈમ 5 વાગ્યાની આજુબાજુ એમનો ફોન આવ્યો, મેસેજ આવ્યો. એમના મોટા સિસ્ટરને અચાનક હોસ્પિટલમાં ખસેડવા પડ્યા એટલે શી હેડ ટુ ગો. એટલે એમણે આપણને શુભેચ્છાઓ મોકલી છે, આવી નથી શક્યા. પણ બીજલબેનને પણ અમારી સાથેનો એક જેવી રીતે નીતિનભાઈને યોગો અને ગુજરાતની પાર્ટનરશિપનો એક વિશેષ અમને એક સંબંધ બંધાયો. બીજલબેન એઝ મેયર ઓફ અમદાવાદ, શી કેમ ટુ કોબે અગેન વિથ ધ બ્લેસિંગ્સ ઓફ નીતિનભાઈ. નીતિનભાઈએ એમાં પણ અમને ખૂબ સહકાર અને સહયોગ આપ્યો હતો. અને બીજલબેનની સાથે અમારું એક બીજું ડેલિગેશન, દિવેશભાઈએ વાત કરી એમ, ધ સેકન્ડ ડેલિગેશન વેન્ટ ધેર. So we had 2 delegations, one to Yogo, another to Kobe, and they were both very successful. And friends, this event has been possible because of one man, and as he mentioned earlier, I accidentally bumped into him, as he said, in Mumbai earlier this year when we went in a small group for the Emperor's reception. And then we again met in Delhi. And honestly, it was like love at first sight in the sense he was so spontaneous and so natural. He said, Patel-san, this is a wonderful project that we have done. And Manabu-san, we are so happy that today the donors and patrons of our Zen Garden and Kaizen Academy, they are both here. The Zen Garden, as you know, was created in memory of Mukesh Bhai's respected mother, Padma Ben, the first lady of our founder president, Shri Jai Krishna Harivalabh Das, and Paru Ben Cultural Center came up after that. But again, the Kaizen Academy was set up with the inspiration of our friend, Shri Yatindra Sharma. So I am going to request Shri Yatindra Bhai to please felicitate and welcome Manabu-san, Shri Manabu Yamazaki, the President and CEO of Canon India, on this very special occasion. Thank you very much. And it's again a very happy moment for us that this entire contest was judged by a very eminent photographer of Ahmedabad and Gujarat who invested so much of his valuable time with such meticulous precision. We have no words to thank him. He did a wonderful job. None else but Mr. Tejas Soni. And I would request Tejas Bhai to please come on the stage. And Sakiyama-san, as our organizing partner, you will please felicitate Tejas Bhai with a shawl and flowers. Please come here and let us... Tejas Bhai, thank you very much. So, thank you Tejas Bhai, and friends, we would like to recognize, as I was telling Nitinbhai, Canon India, આજે અમારા 3-4 જુદા જુદા ઇવેન્ટ્સ થયા. આજે ઇન્ડો-જાપાન ફોટો ફેસ્ટ અમે સૌ પ્રથમવાર, કદાચ અમદાવાદ ગુજરાતમાં જ નહીં, એમણે કહ્યું એ પ્રમાણે ભારતમાં ભારત જાપાનની થીમ સાથે એક આવું ફોટો ફેસ્ટિવલ થયું હતો સૌ પ્રથમવાર. એટલે કેનન ઇન્ડિયાની આખી એક ટીમ ઉતરી પડી અહીંયા. અને આ 3-4 અલગ અલગ પ્રસંગોમાં થઈને લગભગ 12 જણા આવ્યા. આજે જ 8 જણા છે. અને આપણે મનાબુસાનની સાથે જે આવ્યા છે, we would like to recognize very quickly, of course, acknowledging with great appreciation and thanks all your support. I would request Alpesh Parikh, our honorary treasurer, to please come And we'll have flowers and a case ready here very quickly so that we save time. Dinkar ji, I think that's better because we'll save time, you know. Dinkar, Mr. Dinkar Iyer, he's Zonal Head West, Partner Business Center. And this is something which will stay with you as a memoir of our love, affection, and gratitude to you. And I would request Shri Unmesh Dikshit, the Executive Director of MA, to felicitate Mr. Lokesh, Mr. B.S. Lokesh, Regional Manager, Partner Business Center. Mr. Lokesh, please. Kya gaya? Oh. Manabu-san, this is not fair, you know, always business, business, business. Anyway, we will reserve this for him. But please carry on. We have Mr. Amit Kumar, and I would request Malti Ben, please felicitate Mr. Amit Kumar, the Marketing Program Manager, West, Product and Communication. And Amit, you came here, this is your third visit, Amit? 3 times? In the last 2 weeks? Right. So thank you very much. He took the key responsibility for supporting us. અને મિત્રો હવે આપણે કેનનની કંઈ પણ તકલીફ હોય, મુશ્કેલી હોય, ફરિયાદ હોય તો જેને પકડી શકો તમે એની ઓળખાણ કરાવું. મિસ્ટર પ્રજ્ઞેશ શાહ, સેલ્સ મેનેજર, ઇમેજ કમ્યુનિકેશન પાર્ટનર, નિલેશભાઈ દવે. બહુ મહેનત કરાવી તમે નિલેશભાઈને. હા, મારું આ એક્ઝિબિશન ગોઠવવા માટે અમારા જોઈન્ટ સેક્રેટરી એન્ડ ગ્રાફિક ડિઝાઇનર નિલેશભાઈ વિલ felicitate Pragnesh and Dharaben will come forward, and Raj Tiwari ji. Dharaben, please, Raj Tiwari ji, Sales Manager is here, Information Management and a Partner Business Center. So, Tiwari ji, आपका भी हम शुक्रगुजार हैं, बधाई हो. We have Mr. Ajay Saxena, Sales Manager, Information Management, Partner Business Center, and Miss Nandini Jhala from AMA will felicitate Ajay ji. Ajay ji, thank you. Thank you very much. And we have the Senior Executive Corporate Communication, Product and Communication Center, Ms. Reshmi Rema. Mrs. Sahil Parikh from AMA, may I request you to please present to Reshmi. Reshmi, we are going to look up tomorrow morning on your website and social media how much you have promoted today's event. That will be the real, otherwise I'll recommend that your trip expenses may be debited to your personal salary account. Anyway, thank you so much for being so sensitive to even corporate communications, and we wish the social media will go on. So friends, it's time to just take a little bit of pause here and just to set up the entire stage and the ethos for today's occasion of the second anniversary. I am very happy that those who are associated with the making of this entire project, in terms of the financial support they gave us, in terms of the work that they did, and in terms of the vision, mission, and passion with which, this entire project came up, you will have a great experience going through these few minutes of a film on Zen Kaizen at AMA on its very special second anniversary, greetings and memoirs. The lights will go off and we'll enjoy this film, which will be a very special experience for all of us.
नमस्कार, कोन्निचिवा, केम छो। जैन गार्डन और काइजन एकेडमी के लोकार्पण का ये अवसर भारत जापान के संबंधों की सहजता और आधुनिकता का प्रतीक है। मुझे विश्वास है कि जापानी जैन गार्डन और काइजन एकेडमी की ये स्थापना भारत और जापान के रिश्तों को और मजबूत करेगी, हमारे नागरिकों को और करीब लाएगी। विशेष रूप से मेरे अभिन्न मित्र गवर्नर श्रीमान ईदो तोशी जी को विशेष रूप से इस समय अभिनंदन करता हूं। गवर्नर ईदो 2017 में स्वयं अहमदाबाद आए थे। अहमदाबाद में जैन गार्डन और काइजन एकेडमी की स्थापना में उनका और ह्योगो इंटरनेशनल एसोसिएशन का बहुमूल्य योगदान रहा है। मैं इंडो जापान फ्रेंडशिप एसोसिएशन ऑफ गुजरात के साथियों को भी बधाई देता हूं। उन्होंने भारत जापान संबंधों को ऊर्जा देने के लिए निरंतर उल्लेखनीय कार्य किया है। जापान इंफॉर्मेशन एंड स्टडी सेंटर भी इसकी एक मिसाल है।
मंजिलें उन्हीं को मिलती है जिनके सपनों में जान होती है। सिर्फ पंख से कुछ नहीं होता, हौसलों से उड़ान होती है। आदरणीय प्रधानमंत्री श्री, शत शत धन्यवाद। We pledge here today to share the cherished vision that you had with a mission and passion to take forward 5 decades of Gujarat's vibrant bonding with Japan ahead, almost in the speed of a bullet train.
જાપાન એ દુનિયાનો વિકસિત અને ઔદ્યોગિક રીતે ખૂબ જ સુપ્રસિદ્ધ દેશ છે. મને આનંદ છે કે જાપાન સરકાર અને યુગો સ્ટેટના ગવર્નર શ્રી દ્વારા વર્ષ 2018માં ગુજરાત સરકારના પ્રતિનિધિ તરીકે મારે ત્યાં જવાનો એક અમૂલ્ય અવસર મને પ્રાપ્ત થયેલો. અમદાવાદ મેનેજમેન્ટ એસોસિએશન ખાતે જે આ નવા પ્રકારનો એક પાર્ક ગાર્ડનનું આયોજન કરવામાં આવ્યું છે, જેને જૈન કેઝેન પ્રોજેક્ટનું નામ આપવામાં આવ્યું છે. અને સાથે સાથે અહીંયા જાપાનીઝ સંસ્કૃતિ, જાપાનીઝ સાહિત્ય, જાપાનીઝ ચિત્રો વગેરે પણ પ્રદર્શિત કરીને ભારત જાપાન અને ગુજરાત જાપાન મૈત્રીને વધુ સુદૃઢ કરવા માટે માનનીય શ્રી મુકેશભાઈ પટેલના નેતૃત્વ હેઠળ ગુજરાત અને જાપાનનો સહયોગ ખૂબ જ આગળ વધી રહ્યો છે. ત્યારે આવા શુભ પ્રસંગે મને આનંદ છે.
The Ahmedabad Management Association is truly fortunate and blessed to have its latest asset, that is the Zen Garden and Kaizen Academy. I express my gratitude to the sponsors of this project, the family members of the Jai Krishna Harivalabh Das and Mr. Yatindra Sharma of KHS Machinery, and also the other donors for their very generous support. This project has been spearheaded by Mr. Mukesh Patel, President IJFA, who has inspired so many individuals to provide their voluntary support.
We are very, very happy that our family got associated with AMA, and especially Japanese Center, which was very near and dear to my parents.
My mother was always inseparable from my father, and she always took so much interest in what my father had done. And my father also involved her in each and everything. That after she passed away, we are going to start a Japanese garden in AMA.
Along with my friend Mr. Mukesh Patel, we had a dream of creating something which could stand out
not only for people to enjoy, but at the same time to learn. And this is what an idea of Japanese garden with Kaizen Academy was evolved. And we have been really lucky to have this combination at AMA. Everywhere Kaizen can play a very important role. And this is where we think that we are able to provide this gift to city of Ahmedabad and citizens of Ahmedabad to take benefit out of it and make their lives meaningful, productive, at the same time successful.
Jain garden is very nice. We are able to associate ourselves with this grand project of statue of Buddha.
The Tory and Victory Gate. I mean, my name is Vishram Jaya, so we thought V-I and J-A-Y-A. I thought it was a marvelous combination of those two words. And I was very fortunate when he gave me the opportunity. I didn't even think about it. I said, Keshwai, we would love to sponsor this cat. Right?
We designed a Japan center in the library a couple of years ago, and that was a time where the seed of Japanese garden had happened.
It was a very intensive yet very informative 10 days. We spent day and night looking at lovely gardens all across Hyogo state, and even we went to Kyoto.
We were well equipped, I think, after the training. The training gave us an opportunity to understand different features, elements that go into the Japanese gardens.
There are very precious Awaji tiles has come from there. Placing each tiles, it's like putting a gems into the making some kind of jewelry for us. So it was so wonderful.
But I think we managed in our Indian way to come out of that challenge and eventually come with a really nice output over there.
The Japanese garden, another thing, is all about adding the natural, keeping it as natural as possible and not to add artificial things in it.
So stones for the waterfall, that is absolutely natural boulders. Nothing is, and no cement work you will see in the waterfall. So this is what is our creation.
I'm into the construction for more than 30 years, and I've also done several prestigious projects. But this was something different, something remarkable, something unique. Planning, perfection, perseverance, and above all the politeness were reflecting throughout in every communications from the Hyogo team. It was highly inspirational.
Prestigious project Zen Garden, in which we are associated for 3 elements: waterfall, irrigation and misting system.
And we have also ensured that all the safety and protection in terms of electrical systems have been taken care into this particular project.
The red bridge is a prominent feature of any Zen garden. We are really grateful to fabricate this red bridge over here.
We also fabricate main entrance gate and heart of the Zen garden, the gazebo. It's also a unique part of Zen garden.
In Kaizen Hall, all the windows are decorated with Japanese grill design. We are really grateful and thankful to Shri Patel and AMA to give us the opportunity to work over here.
એમાં 3 મ્યુરલ કરવાના હતા. એક જાપાનીઝ લેડીનું વેલકમિંગનું એક મ્યુરલ હતું, પછી એક જાપાનની જે બધી સંસ્કૃતિ છે એના જે બધા એલિમેન્ટ્સ છે મેઇન એને લઈને એક મ્યુરલ હતું, એ સર્કલમાં હતું. અને બીજું એક લાર્જ મ્યુરલ હતું જે 12 ફીટ બાય 7 ફીટનું છે, અને આ કામ ઇન ટાઈમ અમે પૂરું કરીને અહીંયા આપેલું છે.
અલગ અલગ જાતના ટોરી લેન્ટેન્સ અને બુદ્ધા એ રીતના કામ કર્યા છે. સાહેબોના માર્ગદર્શન અને નાનામાં નાનું અભ્યાસ કરીને એ કામ મેં બહુ સારી રીતે પાર પાડ્યું છે.
મને પોતાને જ એક અંદર ઇન્વોલ્વમેન્ટ અને આ કેવી રીતના વધારે સારું થાય એવી એક મને અંદરથી જ એક લાગણી થતી હતી. એટલે મેં એમને સજેસ્ટ કર્યું કે આ ઉપર પણ આપણે કરીએ, બહારનું જે છે એમાં પણ કરીએ. અને મુકેશભાઈએ પણ મને સમજી અને એક સુંદર સાથ અને સહકાર આપ્યો.
We have done over here the ceiling part, and the golden leaf print is being done by us.
Japan Center is very close to the heart to give me another chance for this Kaizen Hall and Zen Garden, for which we are again doing lighting.
કે આપણા જાપાનીઝની ટાઇલ્સો ફિટ કરવાની છે, કેમ જે એમની જે રૂપની ટાઇલ્સો છે એ એકદમ પરફેક્ટ મેજરમેન્ટ સાથે આવે છે. એમાં
કોઈ પ્રોબ્લેમ જેવું કામ નથી. આપણે જોડે મેજરમેન્ટ કમ્પ્લીટ હોય તો આ કામ કમ્પ્લીટ થઈ જાય તમારે.
I was one of the project coordinations where I feel like it's a great opportunity for me to go through all the process step by step. All the different specialized people have great coordination. It's a teamwork.
अहमदाबाद में जैन गार्डन और काइजन एकेडमी, ये ऐसी बातें हैं जो हमें कितनी निकट लाती है. जापान में अगर जैन की परंपरा है तो हम ध्यान को, मेडिटेशन को आत्मा से साक्षात्कार का माध्यम मानते हैं. 21वीं सदी में भी भारत और जापान के इन सांस्कृतिक संबंधों को हम पूरी प्रतिबद्धता के साथ आगे बढ़ा रहे हैं.
In strengthening the bonds of mutual friendship, goodwill and cooperation between Gujarat and Japan, AMA has envisioned the pursuits of Zen and Kaizen, meditative learning embedded with the ethos for excellence. In the backdrop of this scintillating ambience of a traditional Japanese Zen garden and the exquisite charm and elegance of the decor of a Kaizen hall and academy.
जैन गार्डन और काइजन एकेडमी की स्थापना में भी जिस तरह ह्यूगो इंटरनेशनल एसोसिएशन का बहुमूल्य योगदान रहा, उसे गुजरात कभी नहीं भूल सकता.
The state of Yogo and the state of Gujarat entered into a very historic partnership, what is known as a sister state relationship.
皆さんこんにちは。前の兵庫県知事の井戸俊三です。この度は日本庭園の開設2周年を迎えられましたことに対しまして心からお祝いを申し上げます。振り返りますと、兵庫県とブラジアート州が友好提携を安倍当時の首相とパテル会長以下協会の皆さんが日本庭園の管理に心を注いでいただいていることに感謝をいたします。庭園を迎えましたが、これからもインドと日本、ブラジアートと兵庫との交流のますますの促進を心から記念しまして、そして両地域の発展と両地域の人々の幸せを願いまして、私の挨拶、お祝いの挨拶とさせていただきます。ありがとうございました。
Namaste and konnichiwa. As a former ambassador of India to Japan,
and as the honorary patron of the Indo-Japan Friendship Association of Gujarat, I take this opportunity to extend my warmest greetings to both the Indo-Japan Friendship Association and the Ahmedabad Management Association on the memorable occasion of the second anniversary of the Zen Garden and Kaizen Academy at the Ahmedabad Management Association. It was my proud privilege to be part of the conclusion of the sister state relationship between the state of Gujarat and Hyogo Prefecture of Japan at Kobe on 12 November 2016 in the august presence of Prime Ministers Narendra Modi and Shinzo Abe. Friends, I fondly cherish my close association with the opening ceremony of the Zen Garden and Kaizen Academy at the Ahmedabad Management Association by the Honorable Prime Minister of India, Shri Narendra Modi. I have fond memories of my own visits to the Japanese Zen Garden and Kaizen Academy, as well as the Japan Information and Study Center at the Ahmedabad Management Association. The Zen Kaizen complex at the Ahmedabad Management Association is indeed a symbol of friendship between India and Japan, between Hyogo and Gujarat, as well as between the cities of Kobe and Ahmedabad. Thank you. Arigato gozaimasu.
Namaskar and konnichiwa. I'm very pleased to offer this video message from Rome to congratulate all of you on the second anniversary of Zen Kaizen at AMA. It seems to me as if it was just recent events when I virtually attended the opening ceremony of the Japanese Zen Garden and Kaizen Academy at AMA in 2021. And I visited physically the Zen Garden in August last year. I was very much impressed with the energy and the passion of the people there to further promote friendship and people-to-people exchanges. I have no doubt that Zen Kaizen at AMA remains to be the symbol of our friendship and continues to play a role of showcasing Japanese art, culture, and architecture, as well as Kaizen spirits in business in Ahmedabad. Thank you very much and congratulations again.
Namaste. Shri Mukesh Patel ji, President of Indo-Japan Friendship Association, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. It gives me immense pleasure to know that Indo-Japan Friendship Association Gujarat and the Ahmedabad Management Association are celebrating the second anniversary of Zen Kaizen at AMA. The day also marks the fourth anniversary of the signing of sister city relationship between Kobe and Ahmedabad. I had the opportunity to visit the beautiful setup of Zen Kaizen last year and was highly impressed with the meticulous planning and execution of this project, which can truly be termed as a showcase on Japanese art, culture, landscape, and architecture for the visitors to the premises to enjoy and appreciate. I personally recommend many of my Japanese friends to visit this facility whenever they visit India and Gujarat. Yeah. I am confident that you will continue to take meaningful initiatives to take our India-Japan partnership forward and to new heights. Once again, congratulations on this auspicious occasion. Thank you.
Keiichi, it is a great pleasure for me to extend my heartfelt congratulations
on the second anniversary of the Zen Garden and Kaizen Academy at AMA. In January this year, I had the pleasure of visiting the Zen Kaizen at AMA. I was truly inspired by the outstanding leadership by my dear friend Mukesh-san. Let me also pay my tribute to all the members of the Indo-Japan Friendship Association of Gujarat. Your dedication to strengthening cultural exchanges between Japan and India impressed me so much. Your endeavors to promote people-to-people exchanges and mutual understanding through the appreciation of art, culture, and tradition is truly inspiring. During my visit, I attended the Nihon Matsuri, organized by IJFA in collaboration with the Japanese Association of Ahmedabad. It was so nice to see all Japanese people singing and dancing together with Indian friends side by side. It was a great festival and I truly enjoyed being a part of it. I would also like to express my gratitude to Mukesh-san for accompanying me on my visit to the Sabarmati Ashram. This visit evoked memories from my previous visit with Prime Minister and Mrs. Abe in 2017, hosted by Prime Minister Modi. I also sincerely hope that the fruitful exchanges between Gujarat and Japan will further strengthen the bonds of friendship between our two great nations. Arigatou gozaimasu. Aban and Abujo.
Thank you very much, friends. I would like to make a very special mention of Ms. Dhara Shah, supported by the graphics of Mr. Nilesh Dave and Shri Mukund Patel. They've taken great pains to make this video. Let's give them a big round of applause. Nitinbhai, हमने बराबर याद छे. Actually, Yamazaki-san, when we decided that this project was to happen, and the COVID was never contemplated. And we expected that the team from Yogo had promised us that they would come here and spend about 4 weeks, as Japanese always do. But COVID came in, but we said the show must go on, so we continued. And I am happy to inform you that we had 35 meetings on Zoom, online, with our partners in Yogo, when our team and their team would sit together, interact, and how to develop the smallest elements of the garden. And you would have seen that today we have forgotten masks, that we once upon a time wore them. I would like to specially recognize Hirenbhai, who came late, but give him a big round of applause, our architect. Hiren Patel is also here, you know. Sanjay Alok is here. Sanjay bhai, please stand up. Bhrugesh Trivedi, Nirav Trivedi and his son Vishwam. You know, I'm so glad that they are the people who made, you know, all this possible. And, you know, we spent days and nights together. Particularly, you must have seen whatever થોડોક સમય તો એટલે લાગ્યો કે કોબેથી અહીંયા આપણે ત્યાં કંડલા આવવા માટે કોઈ શિપ ના મળે, કારણ કે કોવિડમાં બધું સ્ટોપ થઈ ગયેલું. They wanted to send us the tiles. Finally, we were lucky, and it was such a happy coincidence that before the formal retirement of Governor Ido, આપ તો મળેલા છો, બરાબર જુલાઈના ફર્સ્ટ વીકમાં નીતિનભાઈ સુલોચનાબેન રિટાયર થવાના હતા અને અમે નક્કી કર્યું કે એમને એક આપણે આટલો બધો એમણે આપણને પ્રેમ રાખીને સપોર્ટ આપ્યો છે, વી મસ્ટ ગિવ ધીસ એઝ અ ગિફ્ટ ટુ હિમ. એન્ડ પ્રાઇમ મિનિસ્ટર ઓલ્સો રેસિપ્રોકેટેડ વેરી વોર્મલી. અને મને લાગે છે મૃગેશભાઈ, પારુબેન, મમ્મીથી માંડીને બધાની મુંજાલ આપણને કેવી આશીર્વાદ હતા કે વી કુડ મેક ધીસ પોસિબલ. And the making of this entire garden itself is a tale. So I very fondly acknowledge on this day the contribution of so many of you, particularly, like friends who spent in days and nights together. અમારા નિલેશભાઈ હોય તો રાત દિવસ જોયા વગર એમની ટીમ સાથે. હિરેનભાઈ, આર્કિટેક્ટ, મને નીતિનભાઈ આપ કહેતા હતા ને, હિરેનભાઈને એમનો ટાઈમ લેવો હોય તો અઠવાડિયું 10 દિવસ લાગે, પણ અહીંયા આગળ અમે સવારના કહીએ કે હિરેનભાઈ આવવાનું છે એન્ડ હી વુડ બી હિયર. સંજયભાઈ તો મને લાગે એમના ઘરેથી એમ કહે કે ભાઈ ક્યાં ગયા છે તો કે અહીં હશે, બીજે ક્યાંય જાય નહીં એમ. એટલે એવરીબડી પુટ ઇન દેર હાર્ટ્સ ઇન ટુ ધીસ. સો વી આર વેરી ગ્રેટફુલ. વિશ્રામભાઈ, તમારા જેવા ફિનાન્શિયલ ડોનર્સને બધા પણ આજે આવ્યા છો. સો અ બિગ થેન્ક યુ ટુ વન એન્ડ ઓલ ઓફ યુ. અને નીતિનભાઈ, વી વુડ રિક્વેસ્ટ યુ ટુ પ્લીઝ give us your blessings. અમને તમારા આશીર્વાદ આપો. ત્યાંથી બોલવું હોય તો પણ વાંધો નથી, અહીં આવવું હોય તો પણ. અને મિત્રો, નીતિનભાઈ, unlike your concepts of deputy chief ministers, politicians, આ તે તમે જે કહો, પણ નીતિનભાઈ આવો, અમે જાપાનમાં હતા, આવો ને પ્લીઝ, જાપાનમાં હતા અને જાપાનીઝ ટાઈમથી, બાકી આપણા પોલિટિશિયન્સ એટલે ઠીક છે, પણ 5 દિવસના અમારા ઓફિશિયલ કાર્યક્રમ મને આગલે દિવસે રાત્રે પૂછે, મુકેશભાઈ સવારે કેટલા વાગે તૈયાર થઈ જવાનું? એટલે અમે કહીએ કે આપણે 7:45 નીકળવાનું છે. અને 7:44 મારા દરવાજા ઉપર ટકોરો પડે એમનો, અને સુલોચનાબેનને જ્યાં આવવાનું હોય તો એ પણ હોય. તો મિત્રો, એક time management, ek pote, I have never seen him as a politician. In fact, I have always seen him as a true friend of Japan-India relations, and therefore he deserves a very big round of applause.
Thank you. Namaste. INDO-JAPAN Photo Fest અને સાથે સાથે આપણા અમદાવાદનું ગૌરવ, અને અમદાવાદમાં નાની પણ સુંદર જોવાલાયક એક અમૂલ્ય ચીજ જો કોઈ હોય તો એવા આપણા આ જૈન કાઇઝેન ગાર્ડન, એને આજે 3જી વર્ષગાંઠ છે. બરાબર 2 વર્ષ પહેલાં વડાપ્રધાન નરેન્દ્રભાઈ મોદીજીએ વિડીયો કોન્ફરન્સથી આ ગાર્ડનનું ઉદ્ઘાટન કરેલું. અને અહીંયા આપણે બધાએ જે રીતે આ સુંદર વિડીયો જોયો એ પ્રમાણે અનેક મહાનુભાવો એ શુભ પ્રસંગે આપણી સાથે જોડાયેલા. એવા આ ગાર્ડનને આજે 27 તારીખે 3જું વર્ષ શરૂ થાય છે, ત્યારે ભાઈ શ્રી મુકેશભાઈએ ખૂબ યાદ રાખી અને આજે ચાલુ દિવસ હતો, ઓફિસ વર્કનો દિવસ હતો, છતાં પણ 27 તારીખના મહત્ત્વને ધ્યાનમાં રાખી અને એમણે આ સુંદર કાર્યક્રમ ગોઠવ્યો. અને એમાં આપણને સૌને એકત્ર કરીને આ સુંદર પ્રેઝન્ટેશન અને મહેમાનો સાથે પરિચય કરાવવાનું આયોજન કર્યું છે. એ બદલ સર્વપ્રથમ તો હું મુકેશભાઈને અને એમના સર્વ ટીમના સાથીઓને બધા વતી ખૂબ ખૂબ અભિનંદન આપું છું. આજે આપણી વચ્ચે મહેમાન તરીકે શ્રી મનાબુઆ, પ્રેસિડેન્ટ કેનન અને સીઓ છે કેનન કંપનીના, શ્રી મોટોયુકી સાકિયામાં છે. આ બંને જાપાનીઝ અને એમની કંપનીના અહીંયા ભારતમાં ને ગુજરાતમાં જે એમના સાથી ટીમ વર્કના અધિકારીઓ છે એમને પણ અભિનંદન આપું છું કે આજે તમે સ્પેશિયલ ટાઈમ આપીને આ સુંદર પ્રસંગે ભારત અને જાપાનની મૈત્રીને વધુ મજબૂત કરવા માટે, વધુ લોકોને એમાં સાથે જોડવા માટે તમે ખાસ ઉપસ્થિત રહ્યા છો. એ બદલ તમને પણ અભિનંદન આપું છું. શ્રી યતીન્દ્ર શર્માજી, શ્રી સંદીપ શાહ, આપણા ગુજરાતનું બહુ મોટું જૂનું એક ઇન્ડસ્ટ્રીયલ હાઉસ જે કહેવાય, જે નાનો હતો ત્યારેથી સાંભળી અને આજે પણ એમના ગ્રુપને ખૂબ માન સન્માન આપું છું એવા જય કૃષ્ણ હરિવલ્લભ ગ્રુપના શ્રી મુરગેશભાઈ, શ્રીમતી પારુલબેન, ભાઈ શ્રી મુરજાલભાઈ, જેઓ મારા પ્રિન્સિપલ સેક્રેટરી હતા. 1995માં કેશુભાઈની સરકારમાં હું પ્રથમ વખત મંત્રી બન્યો. 95માં એક તે કોલગી સર હતા અમારા સેક્રેટરી, IAS સિનિયર સચિવ હતા. એમના દીકરી આજે સુજાતા કોલગી પણ અહીંયા ઉપસ્થિત છે અને મુકેશભાઈએ મને પરિચય કરાયો. એ આમ તો સિંગાપુર બેઝ છે પણ અહીંયા પણ ખૂબ રસપૂર્વક જાપાન સાથે જોડાવાનું એ કામ આપણને મદદરૂપ થઈને કરે છે એવા સુજાતાબેન, ભાઈ શ્રી વિશ્રામભાઈ, હિરેનભાઈ, ખૂબ સુંદર વર્ણન એમની કામગીરીનું મુકેશભાઈએ કર્યું કે હિરેનભાઈને મળવું અઘરું હોય છે, મને ખબર છે, ઘણા લોકો કહેતા હોય છે, પણ આજે આપણી વચ્ચે પણ ઉપસ્થિત છે. એમને પણ અભિનંદન આપું છું. ભાઈ શ્રી તેજસભાઈ સોની, આ ફોટોગ્રાફ્સ આપણે બધાના જોયા છે, એમાંથી કોના સારા છે, કોને પ્રથમ ઇનામ આપવું એ એમણે જજ તરીકે નક્કી કર્યું છે અને હમણાં અહીંયાથી જાહેરાત કરવામાં આવશે અને ઇનામ પણ આપવામાં આવશે. એવા ભાઈ શ્રી સોનીભાઈ, અહીંયા ઉપસ્થિત આપણા સૌના સાથી અને મિત્ર એવા આપ સૌ સહયોગીઓ, મને આનંદ છે કે અમદાવાદ મેનેજમેન્ટ એસોસિએશન આ હોલની અંદર લગભગ 10 વખત ઓછામાં ઓછું મારે આવવાનું થયું હશે. 2-3 વખત તો જ્યારે હું નાણામંત્રી હતો ત્યારે બિઝનેસમેન સાથે, ચેમ્બર સાથે મિટિંગો કરવા માટે અથવા તો એ પછી પણ કોઈ કાર્યક્રમ હોય તો એ આવવાનું થયું. પણ સૌથી વધુ વિશેષ વખત મને શ્રી મુકેશભાઈને, એમના સૌ યતીન્દ્રભાઈને, બહુ બધા સાથીઓ એ મને અહીંયા નિમંત્રણ કરીને લાવ્યા છે. અને લાવ્યા છે એનું કારણ ને હેતુ એ અત્યારે આપણે જોઈ રહ્યા છીએ. ભારત અને જાપાન બંને લોકશાહી દેશ છે. હમણાં જ આપણા વડાપ્રધાન નરેન્દ્રભાઈ મોદી સાહેબ અમેરિકા જઈને આવ્યા. આપણે બધા જાણીએ છીએ કે દુનિયામાં મોટામાં મોટો લોકશાહી દેશ એ ભારત છે. વસ્તીની દૃષ્ટિએ કે અન્ય પણ અનેક દૃષ્ટિએ આપણે ખૂબ મોટી લોકશાહીના મજબૂત મૂળિયા ધરાવતો આપણો દેશ છે. એ જ રીતે અમેરિકા પણ દુનિયાનો એક સૌથી વધુ શક્તિશાળી લોકશાહી દેશ છે. પણ ત્રીજું મારા મુકેશભાઈ એમાં જો ઉમેરવું હોય તો હું એમાં જાપાનને ઉમેરું છું. કે જાપાનને એટલા માટે ઉમેરું છું કે જાપાન આપણો ખૂબ નજીકનો મિત્ર અને સહયોગી દેશ છે. હું કોઈ અહીંયા કોઈ છણાવટ કરવા માગતો નથી વિદેશ નીતિ બાબતમાં, પણ જરૂરી એટલા માટે છે કે દરેક વ્યક્તિ, આપણે પણ એક વ્યક્તિ હોય, પરિવાર હોય, તો આપણે પણ સારા મિત્રો, સારા પરિવાર સાથે સંબંધો કેળવવા માગતા હોઈએ છીએ. ચીન વિશે આપણે જાણીએ છીએ, ચીનની હરકતો વિશે આપણે જાણીએ છીએ, ચીનના જે પ્રકારેના પ્રયત્નો છે ભારતને સતત ડિસ્ટર્બ કરવા માટેના, એ પણ આપણે જાણીએ છીએ. ભારતને કોણ ડિસ્ટર્બ કરે એને મદદ કરવાનું કામ એ પાકિસ્તાન સહિત તમામ લોકો માટે એ ચીન હંમેશા કરે છે. અને ચીનનો ભોગ આપણે એકલા નથી બન્યા, આ જાપાનના મિત્રો પણ એટલો જ બન્યા છે. જાપાનને પણ સૌથી મોટો ખતરો ચીનનો આપણા ભારત કરતાં પણ વધારે છે. કારણ કે ઉત્તર કોરિયાની બધી પ્રવૃત્તિઓ આપણે જાણીએ છીએ, એ બધો ભય જાપાન ઉપર છે. એટલે જાપાનને પણ જો વધુ સારા મિત્રો જોઈતા હોય, વધુ સારા સહયોગીઓ જોઈતા હોય, તો દુનિયામાં ભારત જેવો કોઈ મજબૂત અને જેને આપણે કહીએ કે વિશ્વાસુ એવો કોઈ પાર્ટનર જાપાનને પણ ના મળે. આપણે પણ જાપાનની ટેકનોલોજી, જાપાનની અનેક જાતની બિઝનેસની જે પ્રવૃત્તિઓ છે એ આપણા વિકાસ માટે પણ જરૂરી છે. એટલે આ બધું બધા જાણે છે. કોઈ નજા હું કહું છું એ કંઈક કશું નવું નથી, પણ આ નાતાને પ્રજા સાથેનો નાતો કેવી રીતે બનાવવો, નાગરિકોને જુદા જુદા એસોસિએશનોને એમાં કેવી રીતે જોડવા, તે જોડવાનું મોટામાં મોટું કામ મુકેશભાઈ અને આપણી અહીંયા બેઠેલી એમના સાથીઓની ટીમે કર્યું છે. કે ઇન્ડો જાપાન ફ્રેન્ડશિપ એસોસિએશન જે બનાવ્યું, અને પછી આ પાર્ક બનાવ્યો, આ જે બીજી બધી વ્યવસ્થાઓ કરી, અહીંયા લાઇબ્રેરી પણ કરી છે. મને લાગે છે જાપાની ભાષા શીખવા માટેનું કોર્સ પણ અહીંયા ચાલે છે. તો આ સરકાર તો સરકારનું કામ કરે જ છે. મોદી સાહેબ કેટલા પ્રયત્ન કરે તમે જુઓ. મોદી સાહેબ જાપાનના અગાઉના વડાપ્રધાનશ્રી, અત્યારના પણ વડાપ્રધાનશ્રી, એમની સાથે ખૂબ નજીકના મિત્ર તરીકેના સંબંધો ધરાવે છે. આપણા એમ્બેસેડર જે અમે ગયા જાપાન ત્યારે જે હતા મિસ્ટર સુજાન સિનોય, એ પણ એમનો વિડીયો પણ આપણો મેસેજ જોયો. અત્યારે ભારતમાં જાપાનના જે એમ્બેસેડર છે, રાજદૂત છે, એમનો પણ મેસેજ આપણે જોયો. તો આ બધું અરસપરસ સરકારો તો કરતી હોય છે, વિદેશ વિભાગ પણ કરે છે, પણ પ્રજા તરીકે એક નાગરિકો તરીકે આ કરવાનું કામ એ મુકેશભાઈએ અને આખી ટીમે અમદાવાદમાં જે ઉપાડ્યું છે, ત્યારે એને વધુ મજબૂત કરવાનું કામ કરવાનું છે. મને આનંદ છે કે મુકેશભાઈના સઘન પ્રયત્નોથી જ મને ત્યાં ગુજરાત સરકારના ડેલિગેશનનું નેતૃત્વ કરી અને ઓગસ્ટ સ્ટેટમાં એની 150મી વર્ષગાંઠ નિમિત્તે જવાનું થયેલું. અને જેમ આપણે એમ કહીએ છીએ કે અતિથિ દેવો ભવ, એવી જ ત્યાંની સુંદર પ્રણાલી જાપાનની નાગરિકોની, સરકારની, અધિકારીઓની, જે બહારથી મહેમાન આવ્યા હોય એમને જે સ્વાગત માટે એમની જે નમ્રતા, વિવેક છે, એ પણ આપણે બધાએ જોવા જેવો છે, શીખવા જેવો છે અને અપનાવવા જેવો છે. અને હું તો રાજ્યનો નાણામંત્રી હતો. અહીંયા જેમ મુકેશભાઈએ કહ્યું એ પ્રમાણે આપણા મહેસાણા જિલ્લામાં જ આખા જાપાનની મોટી મોટી ઇન્ડસ્ટ્રી, બધી ઓટોમોબાઈલ ઇન્ડસ્ટ્રી બધી જ આપણા ત્યાં છે. એ બધાના ફાઉન્ડેશનથી માંડી, અત્યારે નહીં, એનું ફાઉન્ડેશન જ્યારે શરૂ થયું, મોદી સાહેબ મુખ્યમંત્રી હતા ગુજરાતના, ત્યારથી ફાઉન્ડેશન થઈને વાઇબ્રન્ટ ગુજરાત નરેન્દ્રભાઈએ શરૂ કર્યું. અને જાપાનીઝ કંપનીઓને આપણે અહીંયા આખા બીજા રાજ્યોની હરીફાઈ વચ્ચે આપણે અહીંયા લાવ્યા છીએ. તામિલનાડુ હતું, કર્ણાટક હતું, મહારાષ્ટ્ર હતું, બધા ઘણા કોમ્પિટિટિવ સ્ટેટ હતા. પણ એ વખતે મોદી સાહેબે ફક્ત સંબંધોના કારણે એક વિશ્વસનીયતા ઉપર આ બધી જ કંપનીઓને, જે વર્લ્ડ બેસ્ટ કંપનીઓ છે, એમને અહીંયા મોટું પ્રમાણમાં ઇન્વેસ્ટમેન્ટ કરાયું. આજે લાખોની સંખ્યામાં ફક્ત બેચરાજીમાં, આપણા મહેસાણા જિલ્લામાં, અમદાવાદ જિલ્લામાં આ મોટરોનું ઉત્પાદન થાય છે. પછી તો હીરો હોન્ડા પણ આવ્યું. આજે ટુ વ્હીલરમાં સૌથી મોટી કંપની હોન્ડાનું મેન્યુફેક્ચરિંગ પણ મહેસાણામાં થાય છે. અને લાખો સ્કૂટરો, મોટર બાઇક એ પણ બનાવી અને વર્લ્ડ વાઇઝ એનું માર્કેટિંગ કરે છે. જાપાનીઓ સાથે મારે પણ ઘણા સરકારી સંબંધો પણ ઘણા છે, કારણ કે નાણામંત્રી તરીકે સ્વાભાવિક છે કે વારંવાર એમને સરકારની કામગીરી માટે મારી પાસે આવવું પડે. તો આ બધા જ કંપનીઓના સીઈઓ, એમને ઇવન ઇન્ક્લુડિંગ એમના ચેરમેન મિસ્ટર સુઝુકી એ પણ એમની સાથે, એ તો બધા વયોવૃદ્ધ હતા, અત્યારે શું છે મને બહુ આઈડિયા નથી, પણ વર્લ્ડમાં જો ઉંમરલાયક એજેડ કોઈ ઇન્ડસ્ટ્રીયલિસ્ટ હોય તો મિસ્ટર સુઝુકી, એમની સાથે પણ મારે મુલાકાત થયેલી વાઇબ્રન્ટના અને બીજા ફંક્શનો દરમિયાન. મોદી સાહેબના કારણે આપણને બધો લાભ મળેલો છે. તો આ બધું સંબંધો જાળવવાનું કામ એકલું સરકારનું કામ નથી, પ્રજાનું કામ છે, નાગરિકોનું કામ છે, અને એ આપણે અમદાવાદમાં કર્યું છે. અહીંયા બીજલબેન આવવાના હતા, આવી શક્યા નથી. એમને પણ એ જ્યારે મેયર હતા ત્યારે ગુજરાત સરકાર તરફથી આપણે અમદાવાદ મ્યુનિસિપલ કોર્પોરેશન અને ત્યાંનું કોબે સિટીના સિસ્ટર સિટી તરીકે પણ એને આપણે એગ્રીમેન્ટ કરાવી અને બંનેને સાથે જોડ્યા છે. એ આપણને સપોર્ટ કરે, આપણે એમને માર્ગદર્શન લઈએ, આપણે એમને થી પ્રેરણા લઈએ. એ પ્રમાણેનું કોર્પોરેશને પણ ડેલિગેશન લઈ જઈ અને કામ કર્યું છે. એનો પણ આવનારા સમયમાં આપણને લાભ મળે છે અને મળવાનો છે. એ પણ આપણે ખૂબ અગત્યનું છે. ત્યારે મેં તો ગઈ વખતે પણ કહેલું, આજે પણ કહું છું કે મુકેશભાઈ તો ખરેખર ભારત સરકારે આજીવન જાપાનના એમ્બેસેડર તરીકે જાહેર કરી દેવા જોઈએ. નોન પ્રોફેશનલ સરકારી નહીં, ફક્ત એમના બધા સંબંધો મેં જોયેલા છે. આ વિડીયો આપણે બધા જોયો. હું માનું છું આ વિડીયોમાં બધું જ આવી જાય, કશું જ બાકી નથી. બધાને સાથે સંબંધ જાળવવાનું કામ મુકેશભાઈએ પર્સનલ રિલેશન કેળવવાનું જે કામ કર્યું છે એ અદ્ભુત કામ છે. હું તો એમની સાથે ત્યાં ગયેલો, ત્યાં એમને એટલું બધું માન સન્માન મળે છે કે કદાચ આપણા કોઈ સેન્ટરના મિનિસ્ટર જાય તો પણ એમને એટલું માન સન્માન ના મળે. એટલું પર્સનલી મુકેશભાઈને ત્યાં સંબંધોના કારણે આ આગતા સ્વાગતા એમની થાય છે. એમનો લાભ પણ આપણા ગુજરાતને મળ્યો છે. ત્યારે આજે આ ત્રીજી વર્ષગાંઠ આ જે ગાર્ડનની છે, જૈન ગાર્ડન, મેં મુકેશભાઈને પૂછ્યું, મુકેશભાઈ આ જૈનનો અર્થ શું થાય? એમને એમ આપણે બધું જવા દઈએ, જૈન કરીને એમ ના ચાલે. એટલે મને કે જૈન એટલે ધ્યાન, જાપાની જ વર્ષ હશે, અને કાઇઝેન એટલે વિકાસ. એટલે ધ્યાન અને વિકાસ બે શબ્દ જોડાયેલા છે. ધ્યાન પણ આપણી ભારતીય ગુજરાતી હિન્દુ સંસ્કૃતિમાં ધ્યાન એ તો બહુ મોટું છે. હમણાં યોગા ડે ગયો તો યોગ એ પણ એક પ્રકારનું ધ્યાન જ છે. ધ્યાનના જુદા જુદા અનેક પ્રકાર છે. તો આ ગાર્ડન એ પ્રગતિનું પણ એક સૂચક છે, પર્યાવરણનું પણ એક સૂચક છે. એટલે આ બધું જ્યારે અહીંયા છે ત્યારે મારી તો ઈચ્છા છે મુકેશભાઈ કે તમે સાહેબ અમદાવાદ કોર્પોરેશનના મેયરને અને કમિશનરને પાસે માગણી કરો. હું ભલામણ પણ કરીશ. આપણા ભૂપેન્દ્રભાઈ મુખ્યમંત્રી શ્રી અમદાવાદના છે, એમને પણ હું વિનંતી કરીશ કે આપણું લો ગાર્ડન હોય કે બીજા કોઈ સારા ગાર્ડન હોય એમાં તમને થોડી આનાથી ડબલ ટ્રિપલ જગ્યા જો ફાળવી આપે તો આની એક રિપ્લિકા બધા તમને બનાવી દે ત્યાં. તો આ તો થોડું માપનું છે એમ. આ એક આમ 100 પીસ છે, પણ 100 પીસને મેગા પીસ બનાવવાનું કામ જો કોર્પોરેશન કહે તો તમને બધાને ખૂબ અમદાવાદની પ્રજાને એક જોવાનું એક વિશિષ્ટ મળશે. હવે તો રિવરફ્રન્ટ પણ વિશાળ જગ્યા છે, તો ત્યાં પણ કોર્પોરેશન કરી શકે. એટલે મને બેઠા બેઠા વિચાર આવ્યો કે મુકેશભાઈ આ બધું તમે એવા આગળ વધારો તો મને લાગે છે કે ચોક્કસ આપણે બધું કરી શકીશું. એટલે અહીંયા બધા મારું સાથે પરિચય થયો, બધાને અભિનંદન આપું છું. અને મુકેશભાઈએ એક એક વ્યક્તિને, કડિયા કામ કરનારને, મિસ્ત્રી કામ કરનારને, ટાઇલ્સ ફિટ કરનારને ને ફોટોગ્રાફી કરનારને બધાને જે રીતે પર્સનલી યાદ કરીને અહીંયા જે માન સન્માન આપ્યું છે એ એક મુકેશભાઈનો એક ઉમદા સ્વભાવ બતાવી આપ્યો છે. એટલે આ બધો જ આપણે આગળ વધારીએ એવી વિનંતી સાથે આપ સૌને મળવાની આ ઉમદા અને સુંદર તક મળી એ માટે મુકેશભાઈનો અને એમના સૌ સાથીઓનો ખૂબ ખૂબ આભાર. અસ્તુ. ભારત માતા કી જય.
નીતિનભાઈનો ખૂબ ખૂબ અંતરથી આભાર માનું છું અમારા સૌ વતી. પણ હું નીતિનભાઈ આપને કહેતો હતો કે સહવીર્યમ કરવા વહઈ એ અમારા એસોસિએશનનું સૌભાગ્ય રહ્યું છે કે એઝ અ ટીમ અમારું જે સંઘબળ કહીએ ને તો વી આર ફોર્ચ્યુનેટ. અને આપને અમે જ્યારે પણ યાદ કર્યા છે આપ હંમેશા પ્રેમથી આવો છો અને તમે એકલા નથી આવતા, સુલોચનાબેનને લઈ આવો છો. જેમ અમારે પારુબેનને ને મૃગેશભાઈને અમે સાથે હંમેશા એમને રાખવાનો આનંદ લઈ શકીએ એવી રીતે આ એક એવું સરસ મજાનું યુગલ છે કે આઈ વિલ નેવર ફોરગેટ. એમ થાય કે નીતિનભાઈ ફરી કોઈ વાર આપણે જાપાનની આવી સહેલ કે ટહેલ કરવા માટે અમારા એસોસિએશનનું કંઈ હશે ત્યારે આપને યાદ કરીશું. I would now invite, there was a time when it is very difficult to break ice with the Japanese. Am I right? Sakiyama-san? Not easy. But we kept on pursuing. And finally, when we were able to break ice, I think it was so wonderful. Japanese Association in Ahmedabad. In fact, Nitinbhai was asking me and I told him that there was a time when there were nearly, pre-COVID, close to 500 Japanese residents in Gujarat. The number went down very low but is now coming up. I think we have just crossed 250 plus. But Ahmedabad still has got around 50 Japanese. And Yamazaki-san, as I was mentioning to you, will be very happy to know that when the Japanese Association, Nitinbhai, અમારા બધા જ કાર્યક્રમોમાં હવે અમે ઇન્ડો-જાપાન AMA તો સાથે હઈએ જ, પણ Japanese Associationને સાથે રાખીએ છીએ. And as you saw in the video, even Ambassador Hiroshi Suzuki expressed his joy about the fact of our bonding together. To the extent that the Canon team will be happy that we had even a Japanese couple who participated in the photography workshop and contest. So we are so happy. I think I would request now Sakiyama-san to please come. Friends, he is the CEO of leading pharma company, Otsuka Pharma. But more than that, he is a thorough gentleman and very warm and affectionate, always supportive. Would request him to please come and give his greetings on this very momentous occasion. Sakiyama-san.
Good afternoon. I'm Sakiyama from Japanese Association in Ahmedabad. First of all, Nitinbhai Patel, a big friend for Japanese relationship, and every time thank you very much for support Yachindra Sharma-san, and already we are good friend Mukesh Bhai every time, Radia-san, and today's special guest from Canon India, Yamazaki-san. Thank you very much for coming. This is like a wonderful giving our good opportunity for us. Then I would like to touch this India and the Japanese Friendship Association every time support. I think more and more we are closer, and I also easy to recognize each person and to support every time they like this wonderful sessions. Today I start this Zen garden visit again. Then Madam show me 14 years before, Modi-san took Shinkansen at Japan. This one also, I don't today expect like this very, very wonderful video today, but beginning I touched like this really beginning of like these Japan and Indians like a relationship maybe 14 years before, like this picture. Then today's I learned these video movies. Then 16th, 17th, really strong like a leadership there, from Modi-san and this Ido-san and Abe Shinzo-san, reconnecting or strong, this like our relationship. Then I really impressive today's this short movie because these like people connecting and strong like even under COVID-19 is a very difficult like a period, but Indians like these powerful associations still keep and connecting strongly. Mukesh-san also said, if not easy, 35 times Zoom meeting, try to connect. This passion and this like a capability is really like keeping on this like today's session, because my understanding, maintenance of garden is not easy, especially this like situation of Ahmedabad. Right, summer season is very hot. Sometimes nearly 40 or more than 50, nearly 50 degrees may happen. Then today also, nice welcome shower, right? Strong raining sometimes happen, but garden have to keep good maintenance there. So I cannot imagine these like many like environment happen, but try to keep and to manage this wonderful garden here. Based on this like people connection and maintenance good garden, today like happened like this beautiful like photo session and festival here. So our Japanese association is after COVID-19 start establish again, and our directors also restarting. Today, latest number our Japanese in Gujarat is 208 people staying in Gujarat. Then, but today already Mukesh-san said almost Bidarapur, Mandal area is 150 people there, and under Suzuki and Honda and these like 2-wheelers, 4-wheelers. Then this like Ahmedabad, almost like manufacturing is Sanand area, south area, staying 50 people around here. But as you know, Japanese is a bit shy, right? And still I try to encourage, but still take time sometimes. But from this like very wonderful leadership from like Indians Japan Friendship Association, every time encourage us. Then I also motivating from your this like event. Even last 1 year and a half, like a cooking festival or Nihon Matsuri and movies festival. Then this like a photo festival. These like events every time like understanding this like a strong and wonderful team here, and to motivate us. Actually today I think Japanese should learn from India. I just think this current context worldwide, India is more and more important and powerful. Then Japan also want to regenerate and to again to be standing up more and more. But this context I really appreciate and like respecting today's this session. So from now on, please keep on like this wonderful like relationship, and more and more closer and stronger between Japan and India. Thank you very much for today's your invitation and your.
Sakiyama-san, you made a statement that the Japanese are a bit shy. You are not a bit shy, you are very shy. And amongst the very shy Japanese, we are so happy that we also have such warm-hearted and exuberant Japanese like you who always keep on motivating your team. So thank you very much for your kind words. And now comes that much awaited moment for which the whole Canon team, Divesh bhai, we are going to have a cricket match. Yamazaki-san, Canon India versus AMA Indo-Japan together. You will be 12 and we will be 12. Alpesh, because we have to play. But for the moment, to play the game of the contest and the prizes, and I think share some wonderful moments about them, I invite our very dynamic Honorary Secretary, Shri Sandeep Shah, to please come over and take over now on, announce the results, and we'll give thunderous applause to all the participants, please.
Thank you very much, Mukesh bhai, and a very good evening to all of you. So, for the first ever Indo-Japan Photo Fest award function to commemorate the second anniversary of the Zen Kaizen at AMA, I'm so delighted to be standing here. My mind goes back to the wonderful memories of the inauguration of the Zen Kaizen by our Honorable Prime Minister, Shri Narendra Modi. And along with the galaxy of stars, we had ambassadors, counselor generals from both the countries, representatives of the Hugo International Association, and of course, we here at the Indo-Japan Friendship Association. With this as the backdrop, it could never have been a better occasion to have the dignitaries on the dais and everyone associated with the Zen Garden and the Indo-Japan Friendship Association to be present here today. While we brainstormed on the celebration of the second anniversary with the Photo Fest, little did we realize that the jury would have an onerous task at hand while having to decide the winners. The last 48 hours had been nerve-wracking for the jury to choose the winners amongst the numerous excellent quality photographs that we received as part of the entries. Now, just to give you an idea and an insight into how the prize-winning entries had to be decided, and we had to choose two categories of winners. The categories that we had were the photographic art merit category, and the other category was the popular visual appeal category. We have the Indian Idol and the audience votes. So we had the popular visual appeal category. While the jury sifted through the photographs, I am sure that a lot of the participants had been awaiting the results with bated breath. I don't wish to delay that excitement anymore. And the results are of the first category here with me, the photographic art merit category. As is the norm in all the award functions, I will begin with the third winner first. And I would request the winners to come onto the stage on the announcement of their names and receive their awards from the President of Canon India, Shri Manabu-san. Yeah, please. So the third prize for the photographic art merit category, I can hear the pin drop silence here in the audience. Okay, goes to Miss Varsha Pancholi. Miss Varsha Pancholi. Yeah, may I request Miss Pancholi to come up to the stage to receive her award. And may I request the President of Canon India, Manabu-san, to kindly present the award. The award is a Canon Pixma E470 color printer. And Miss Manali is an architect who has worked with Miss Parul Jhaveri for the last 10 years. She's a painter, and this has, probably developed her photographic sense with colors. Come no. Absolutely. So, okay. The second prize for the photographic art memory category, ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for Mr. Milan Barad. May I request Mr. Milan Barad to come up on stage and receive his award. This one is a Canon Pixma G3770 all-in-one. Okay, comes with a print, scan, copy, and a Wi-Fi. Milan Bhai is a businessman who also does photography for arts and culture, and is a hobby for him. Some help? Okay. And now for the final prize in the category, the first prize, and this one goes to Mr. Bipin Christian. Request Mr. Bipin Christian to come up on stage amidst a round of applause to receive a Canon R100. It's a mirrorless camera. Currently retired, but has been associated with the photographic associations in Ahmedabad. Mr. Bipin Christian continues to use photography as a hobby. Mr. Christian, many more awards with the new Canon camera with you. Okay. So we now proceed to our second category of winners, the popular visual appeal category. We had visitors to the exhibition fill out a feedback form along with the pictures that they liked best. This, in conjunction with the jury's choice, constitutes the winners of this category. Without any further delay, let me announce the winners of this category. And as earlier, I begin with the third prize. Any guesses? The third prize goes to Miss Kayako Sasagawa. Miss Sasagawa is a homemaker and has been trying her hand at several things, including photography. I'm sure we are going to see her more often and see her photographs more often from now on. Okay. The second award under the popular visual appeal category goes to Miss Ami Bhatt. May I request Miss Ami Bhatt to come up on stage and receive her award from Shri Manabu-san. It's a G2770 Pixma ink tank all-in-one. Miss Ami is a self-employed professional pursuing her hobby of photography particularly nature photography. And now the final award, the first prize under the popular visual appeal category goes to, hold your breath ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Hetu Otia. May I request Mr. Hetu Otia to kindly come up on stage and receive the award. It's a Canon 3000D camera, and I'm sure he's going to be using it more often now, the Canon 3000D camera. Hetu is currently a partner and photographer at Heritage Photo Art. In 2017, he completed a course at Raksha Shakti University on photography with a distinction. So congratulations to all the winners, and thank you very much, sir, for doing the honors. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Nitinbhai. Thank you very much. I would like to once again request all of you friends to give a big round of applause to the entire Canon India team, led by its very dynamic president, Mr. Manabu Yamazaki. And if at all we were in Japan, I'm sure immediately after this function, we would have said Kampai with Yamazaki in our hand. Nitinbhai, Japan ma Yamazaki is one of the most popular and famous brands of whiskey. He hails from, but of course we always find the expression of cheers, the joy, cheerful joy on his face. And I would like to very specially thank him because it was only because of his intervention. Otherwise, our being in Ahmedabad, the Canon team thought कि अहमदाबादी ना जेवुज करो ने आपने थोड़ा कड़क रहिए हम. But Yamazaki-san was so generous. He said that if the response to this, in fact, let me tell you, originally even the judge knows, we never thought of the popular visual appeal category. It was only the jury. So that would have been 3 prizes. But 3 more prizes came in, inspired by, as Nitinbhai said, by the popular Indian Idol concept, I think. And the best part, Yamazaki-san, is out of the 6 prizes, they are evenly shared. 3 gentlemen and 3 ladies. And Sakiyama-san, I think you must have schemed about it. Of course, it was popular visual appeal. And we are so happy that even the Japanese, there was only, out of 50 participants, there were only 2 Japanese. But they deservedly, Kayoko-san won this. She was also there with our cooking contest earlier. So thank you very much, and I'm sure you will all join us in all respects. Manabu-san, may I invite you to please give your address as chief guest on this occasion, after which we will very graciously wind up. Thank you, and thank you very much. And I'm sure this is just the beginning. And whether or not you open a factory, as requested by our Honorable Deputy Chief Minister, but please do support all our activities at the Indo-Japan Friendship Association.
Okay. Yes,
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay. Shri Mukesh Patel, Shri Nitinbhai Patel, Shri Yatindra Sharma, Shri DVS Radio. Sorry. Okay. And Sakiyama-san. I'm Yamazaki, and he's Sakiyama. Exact opposite. Right. Yes, good evening, everyone. Distinguished guests and everyone, all participants. First of all, congratulations to the winners. Your works of art. Every piece of photography tells a story. And it really reminded us of the beauty of taking a moment of definitive art, and really appreciated your participation. So once again, I'd like to thank you for your participation. Round of applause. Those are small token of appreciation, but please do use them. Please use these products because they're there for you. Right, so you can start playing around with it today. I was so underprepared today. One thing, I was underprepared. Because I don't understand Gujarati at all, even a hello. So the gentleman sitting next to me, he was delivering wonderful speech, I reckon. And I wish I understood Gujarati. So this is my new motivation for me, right? So, by the way, how many of you have been to Japan? How many of you been to Japan? Okay, there are a few here. Of course, gents, of course. Anybody been to Japan? Okay. How long ago was it? More than 2 years? 1 month. Okay, that's a rare case. That's better than me, actually. Right. So out of this audience, maybe about 20%. That's probably very high because of the nature of this group. But imagine you have a full house here. How many of you have actually gone to Japan? I'm actually doing lots of seminars, some dealer gatherings. On average, we gather about 200 to 400 people. And I ask those partners, including ours, there's a couple of gents here who's been a good partners with us. We ask them the same question. Almost none of them raised their hand. Almost none of them. And with that, I came here 2 years ago during the Delta time, and it was pretty tough. So for about a year, I didn't really get to do much. But after that, I started traveling around India and noticed how diverse this country is. It's full of wonders. It's a wonderful country. Comes with lots of different cultures, different language. You know, if I weren't here and your speech came out, I would have no idea which language it is. Really, to be very honest, I have no idea what it is. But with this diversity, there are a lot of similarities in culture that I noticed between India and Japan. I think you come from dominantly Hinduism. You have Jainism here, Jainism, right? Our Shinto religion is very close to what you do because we worship just about everything. It's animism. And then, interestingly, some of the language features have strong similarities. Yes, as you probably speak Japanese, so you understand. So there are similarities. Even though we don't speak the common language, there are same roots to the language itself in the ways of writing and pronunciations. So despite all of that, physical distance, it takes about 7 to 10 hours to commute to Tokyo from here, really, on flight. Right. Despite all these economic focuses today, that we have lots of people coming here these days, India is the next frontier. Everyone's coming. It's India next year. Everyone's talking about, in my company, all of a sudden people are talking about India project. India project. So I ask them, what is it? They don't really have any definitive wordings or the stories behind it. But most of the time we work on it. But before we work on the economic relationship, which benefits us economically, much more importantly, we need much more grassroots communication between its people. Because we are just so distant from each other. We hardly know each other. We hardly travel, except these distinguished group of people who has been very dedicated in engaging two countries together. Most of us do not really travel to each country. So the biggest thing that I think of by doing an activity like this is to make sure that we get to know each other. We start motivating many of you to get to visit us and vice versa. And in Japan, we try to conduct a similar activity like this. So we're able to put together something that bridges this people together culturally rather than just economic relationship. That's my wish. I was for last year. I was blessed with this blessed with the role of being a chair of a Japanese association in Delhi. We have 1,100 people. We used to have 2,200 people before COVID, and then most of us went back for evacuations. And then many people are returning now. There's about 1,180 people in Delhi, just joining this Japanese association. During last year, we commemorated 70 years of diplomacy between India and Japan. So that time, of course, Ambassador Suzuki-san, the current Ambassador Suzuki-san, former Ambassador Suzuki-san, we come with the similar names everywhere. Yeah, like Patel and Shri. We had a very big mission to deliver, to commemorate these activities by doing something like a tent pegging, Yabusame event, or what we commemorated with 40 youth from India and Japan, 20 each, aged between 18 to 24. It was called hackathon. It's a hackathon, but ideathon. We called it an ideathon. It was 20 Indian students, youth, 20 Japanese youth, get together, travel for 9 days, 900 kilometers from Gurgaon all the way down through Uttar Pradesh, down to the final destination, which is Varanasi. So in between, during this week-long road trip, they get to visit villages, schools, some industry, farmlands, those locations where they get to understand the challenges we face economically or culturally or infrastructure-wise in India, and try to put together in 10 groups to churn out some ideas to really use the power of digital technology to power up and improve the lives of everyday people, all walks of life. And it was represented by a very interesting mix of 2 Indians, 2 Japanese in one group, times 10 groups. They all presented at the end. And I was supposed to be the judge at the end. And we encouraged them. In my first speech, I said, stay positive, test negative. But I was the only one who tested positive. So I couldn't join the judging. So that was actually the end of the story. But actually, what I took away from that presentation, which was actually available on YouTube, and sometimes if you get to see those sites, you see those presentations delivered by them. It was simply amazing how much idea they can generate just by spending 9 days on the road in Uttar Pradesh to witness what's happening in this world. And with their own commitment of their own independent background, they were able to churn out great ideas to really bring about the changes, transformations, not in terms of technology, but in terms of practical utility. And they even make it a business model so that we can start working on them. So this was the wonderful experience, one biggest experience that I had an honor of being part of. Of course, there was sponsorships from both Japan and Indian community. Tata, for example, Tata sponsored us big time, very generous. Sun Pharmaceuticals, and to name a few. And of course, the Japanese group of companies, all of us. So from that, we found the distance can be closed in by bringing these two people together. So our intention is to continue such programs, to be available for a wider audience. But of course, it takes lots of commitment in conducting program like that. So we are actually assigning people. Of course, Prime Minister Modi, when Modi-ji visited Japan, they had a dialogue with our current Prime Minister. He mentioned specifically about this Ideathon program. And it was a fantastic program. We should continue with this program. So, for me, coming back to this occasion, this is like a mini occasion where grassroots communication can happen. And I'm so glad and pleased to see a Japanese national also participated in this precious opportunity too. I really appreciate your participation in it because I never expected that. This was a chance occasion. As Mukesh earlier mentioned, we bumped into each other, literally bumped into each other. And I don't think he knew I was coming representing corporate. I was probably part of the diplomacy. No, I wasn't. I was just there for business. But we bumped into each other, and we talked about photography. And he introduced me about this AMA. I had no idea. In place like this, in Ahmedabad, you have a Japanese garden. Because I've never seen Japanese garden in Delhi. I was just utterly stunned. And more stunning is not just about the garden you recreated. This is a rendition of India view of a Japanese-style architecture, ponds and things, koi fish. Not just that, you have amassed a huge archive of Japanese cultural values, sayings, customs, habits. All these things, originally Japanese expressions, you translated them all. It was a great reminder because ever since I got in touch and I became his WhatsApp friend, he starts sending me almost every day the page, excerpts of his great work, this team's work about translated version of Japanese cultural values. And amazingly, some of those pages I didn't even know. Japanese national. I've been away from my country for over a quarter of a century because of many reasons. So this is my 27th year overseas. But I felt ashamed. But it was a great occasion that he reminded me about the values of my country so passionately every day. Even some animated version of it. And even, more surprisingly, some strange song that peppered with Japanese expression in it. And it was Gujarati too. So this was such a pleasant surprise, but it was a wonderful surprise. And I think we should just carry out to make sure that we're able to expose it further. So there are activities going on in Gujarat, not just an economic activity, but the cultural grassroots conjoining activity that radiates the relationship between people. And that's my biggest wish. So carrying out this activity is such an honor, such an opportunity, and such a blessing for me. And being here, being invited here, listening to Gujarati speech, I hope I next time I bring my instant translator so I can understand the jokes. Right, I know it was a joke. But it was such a great opportunity. Pragnesh, yeah. He was. Yeah, he was looking at me while you were speaking, and I had no idea why he was laughing. So yeah, next time. 次の日から日本語で全部話すからこれ全部わかるようにしてくれる That's what I felt like right now, huh? Okay, but anyway, because we never use Japanese, right? So that's the diversity. So it really prompts me to learn more languages here because I travel. We have 9 different locations in the office. We have about 1,000 people working in our company, and in Gujarat alone, in Ahmedabad alone, we have 12 people. Here, all people. I don't know if all of you speak Gujarati, but anyway, they're Indian nationals. So it's a great honor for me to be here. Thank you very much for inviting me. Thank you very much for coming over, and hope we get to see you again next time. And congratulations for your 2nd year anniversary. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Manabu-san, from the bottom of our heart. And we look forward to a very cherished relationship forward. And as Mr. Sharma shakes hands with you, the grand finale of today's event is a few concluding words and thanks on behalf of all of us from Shri Yatindra Sharma.
Thank you, Mukesh Bhai. Our guest of honor and well-wisher of Indo-Japan Friendship Association, Shri Nitinbhai Patel, former Chief Minister of Gujarat, Mr. Manabu Yamazaki-san, President and CEO of Canon India, Mr. Sakiyama-san, President of Japan Association in Ahmedabad, my friend Mukesh Bhai and Divyesh, Paruben, Mukesh Bhai, ladies and gentlemen. It's a nostalgic evening with fascinating greetings, what you have seen through, and we have enjoyed and rejoiced the memories of Zen Kaizen Academy inauguration, which happened 2 years ago. And it has been a wonderful evening today where we have severed even the kind of glimpses of various activities which have happened at Zen Kaizen Academy. First of all, we would like to very much acknowledge and appreciate the kind of motivation and support which has been given by Nitinbhai, and he has been one of the very strong link in creating a wonderful people-to-people contact with Japan and India, and in particular Gujarat, where his involvement has been path-breaking. And Nitinbhai, thank you very much for guiding us. And we also remember your tip to go to municipal corporation and ask for a bigger land and get a bigger Japanese garden. But I think, Nitinbhai, it was already on cards when Bijalben and Mukesh Bhai and all of us were there in Japan. And this idea was already discussed, and I think it was presented to Municipal Commissioner Mr. Vijay Nehra at that point of time. But we'll definitely follow through and see to that something really happens in that front, because that will be a wonderful gift to city of Ahmedabad. I would also like to acknowledge excellent ideas which have been presented by Manabu-san, and particularly people make organizations, people make nations, and people make the world. And that is exactly the same culture what we have believed in as Indian. Our culture is Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam. The world is our family. And your ideas of engaging people together on various thoughts, various projects, activities, I think that is the essence of life. And we can learn from each other, we can enjoy some of the beautiful moments what you have been enjoying all throughout in your country and what we have been doing, and that's a wonderful exchange. And I would definitely like to thank you for your gracious support in creating Canon magic moments in our photo fest today. It has been a wonderful support, and I think the creativity has bloomed in terms of pictures, what you have seen in the exhibition. Particularly, if you see some of the pictures, they look, they look more like paintings with such a fine precision and sharpness, what you could see. And the entire motivation, what you give it to us, and Mukesh Bhai just grabbed it. So Mukesh Bhai, all of us have been fortunate to have such a wonderful support. So may I request all of you to give him a big round of applause, Yamazaki-san. I would also like to acknowledge a wonderful teamwork what we have done together. I have been a small part of it along with Paruben and all that. We just gave the push. But the real show was given by so many people in such a beautiful way and such a difficult time, the most important thing. And I still remember a week ago, I think maybe 15 days ago, PMO asked for a video. And it was rainy time, Mukesh Bhai and me and everybody were having butterflies in our stomach that how are you going to get that video? I mean, that was a challenge. But I mean, with grace of God, I think we did it wonderfully. Everything was sent, and then Honorable Prime Minister agreed to, inaugurate virtually. I mean, that was a magical moment what we enjoyed together, and we are savoring the same nostalgic moment today. So, may I compliment everybody, I mean, whomsoever, all of us together, we have created such a wonderful, and essentially, Jain has come to the land of Dhyan. Jain defines beauty. Jain defines evolution of human mind and spirit. Jain defines cosmos. It is the union of all elements of nature and then human mind. That is Zen, and that is the Zen garden. But then from Zen, the inspiration is for continuous improvement, and that is Kaizen. And that is what we accomplished together. And I am pretty sure that this gift which we have tried and strived together to give it to city of Ahmedabad and state of Gujarat will be fully utilized and enjoyed by everybody. And we are all proud of it. And we are more than proud, I should say. We are very, very happy about it. And that is a great moment what we have enjoyed together today. Along with our partner Sakiyama-san, who has already greeted us and always supported us all throughout in all activities with all enthusiastic participation. So with that note, may I thank you all. Arigatou gozaimasu. Thank you very much. Wish you a good night. Meet you again. Yeah, may I request all of you to stand up for national anthem.